Are those sheep? Really?
I want to invite you to run a golf clinic for the summer.
I'm interested.
If we can make a deal.
Charge tourists and out-of-towners anything you want. I don't care, but locals play for free.
Deal.
What's going on here, partner?
Next time I come back here, I want to see this place filled with paying golfers.
He doesn't own golf, right?
Oh, shit.
Your little village is about to become a 5-star golf resort. And maybe you could find yourself a job flipping burgers at one of the poolside cafes.
Henderson cannot go through with his plans unless we allow it.
I want to thank you for your kindness towards my daughter.
I don't know how to explain it, but game means everything to me. Well, almost everything. See the shot in your head, take a deep breath, and swing away.
And here we are with John O'Hurley. Tell me a little bit how you felt to be in Greece, and tell us your experience in general on this film.
Well, it was just so wonderful to actually be able to check off on my bucket list a chance to be in the Greek islands. I went there with no expectations, and so I was absolutely mesmerized by not only the physical beauty of Greece, but the getting a chance to get up close to the people and the Greek culture. I make a joke when I say I've never seen a culture with so much pride. They are proud to be Greek when they get up at 6 o'clock in the morning. They are proud to be Greek all day long until they go to bed at 4 o'clock in the morning.
What made you say yes to this script? What was it that drew your heart to doing this?
Well, I like the message of the film. I like the fact that it was a golf film, and I love to celebrate the game of golf because I think it's a wonderful background for so many of great life lessons. I think the game of golf has great life lessons in it.
And I think you play golf, because I saw your swing was pretty good.
I've been playing since I was a little kid. But it's this film has a wonderful message about, no matter what it is, we are not our circumstances, and we can always redeem our lives at any one moment with the next choice that we make, and I like that. And I also like playing a kind of an urbane villain, too. I like that.
I know, I didn't expect that from you. You always make us laugh. This was a little different, but
he was a villain with a sense of humor.
Yes, he was. Tell us about Mike Nichols. How was it working with him?
Really wonderful. Mike is a wonderful director in terms of he has such a wonderful sensitivity for the human relationships that are going on. He also knows how to pull things back, and that's subtlety is something that should be a fundamental gift in every director. Mike has it. Not only that, he knew when to back off and allow the actors to do the work that they did. And in my case, it was basically let the cameras roll and just let me talk. So a lot of it was just improv, and he thought, he was courageous enough a director to say, those will be the better scenes. Exactly.
Have you read any of Kazantzaki's books?
I have not yet. No, I'm sorry, I haven't. Yeah.
Have you visited the ancient Greek sites?
I was only there for about 10 days. They had to compress all of my filming into 10 days because that's the only time I had. So that included flying and leaving. So it was basically wall-to-wall shooting.
Tell me 3 things that you'll remember from Greece.
The fact that the water is the color you actually see it in the film. You can't believe that water has that teal blue to it. That water also has so much salt in it that you can be as heavy as I am and still float like a butterfly in it.
And I hear you're going back.
No good deed goes unpunished. The Irish Kid is going back in May. I'll be shooting another film in Greece, this time on the Isle of Crete, and I cannot wait to go back. But this time I'm going to be smarter and build in an extra week to make a vacation to get to Santorini or Mykonos.
Thank you so much.
Great tip, Dave. Nice to see you. Yeah.
And here we are with the man of the hour, Mr. George Stephanopoulos, who's been working many years to perfect this wonderful film. George, tell us about this journey and tell us about how you feel to see it up in the big screens today.
Well, thank you, Yanna, first of all. It's it's exciting to finally have the film out now. It's getting released nationwide tomorrow in theaters and on video on demand. And for us to have a New York premiere is a special event for us and for our community. So, and for me personally, and for my director and my producers and my actors, and for my great cast and crew in Greece, who I wish were here. But we'll do this again in Athens, I'm sure, and in Rhodes. I promise you that.
The cast was great. Tell me about the casting. Where did you find that wonderful little girl?
So we auditioned many of the actors in Greece. Manos and Renos Haralambidis were attached early on. They're sort of uncredited producers in this film. I couldn't have made this movie without those two, but the Papuanyaya, Alexandros Milonas, Olga Damani, Christos Sougourous, who played the priest, and of course Victoria, all four of them auditioned for these roles in Athens, and we got the right people for these roles, and I'm so proud of them, and I'm so happy that they're a part of this production, and they mean a lot to me. And then of course I want to say one thing: not just the professional actors who we hired, but the people in Rhodes who worked on this film, and these were extras, and these really cared deeply about this film and gave everything to the production.
This is a story close to your heart. Can you tell me a little bit about the script?
Well, I like the idea of a prodigy-mentor relationship story, and then I sort of built the rest of the story around those two characters, and I just wanted it to be a small-town story. And that's why we don't establish, we just establish this is a Greek island in a remote village, and we don't say that it's Rhodes, but people know Lindos, and so they understand that we're in Rhodes, but it's, it was more about just shooting this movie in Greece and telling that story.
You picked Greece's finest. The director of photography was amazing. He's one of Greece's best. You gave a lot of work to the Greeks who deserve it because they're wonderful artists. Tell me about your experience filming in Greece.
Well, first of all, the company we hired to do production services was Viewmaster Films, CL Productions, Kostas Lambropoulos and his partner George Kyriakos. There are Greek producers on this film, and it was them that assembled the crew, and we had the best of the best on this production. And Mike, our director, went over and he met with Yannis, he met with Lambis Haralambidis, the editor, he met with everybody, and so ultimately in the end I just had to sort of, the decisions I had to make was just whatever I could do to support Michael and his vision for this film, and he couldn't have done it alone, I couldn't have done it alone. We really needed Viewmaster Films, we needed our Greek partners on this production to make this movie. And I'm, forever grateful to these companies and these people. And
you have an amazing American cast. Tell me a little bit about Shannon Elizabeth, John O'Hurley, and all the other great actors that came over.
Well, Shannon, it was Manos' idea to actually cast Shannon. Obviously, she looks the part. She looks Greek. She's Lebanese descent. She's tall. She's athletic. She could play someone in her mid-30s. So in terms of physicality, she was that character. But we needed her to work with a Greek coach to learn some of the Greek language, and she was not meant to speak perfect Greek, so she did that correctly. Ellen Karas, everyone knows Ellen Karas here in New York, our Greek comedian and comedic actress, and so But I also had her take Shannon into the church. That was important for me, that Shannon knew how to venerate an icon, cross herself, and feel comfortable in the church. But she nailed this role, and I'm very proud of her. And she was very professional, very serious. And of course, John, I love Seinfeld, and he's a great comedic talent. And I knew he was a golfer, so we just lucked out that he was available and wanted to do it, and he brought everything to this film. And of course, he was off script for a lot of it, but I think that's what really made his character so special.
What are some memories you're taking away with you from this film filmed in Greece?
Well, I said it earlier, I was very proud that this is a movie that was shot, edited, and post-produced in Greece, and I want, the film to be talked about in that way, because, my guess is there'll be other films that are going to be shot in Greece, and they're going to look to Swing Away as saying, if George can do it, and if these guys can do it, then we can do it, and hopefully there'll be more American productions in Greece and more films made by Greek Americans.
Thank you, George. We wish you the best of luck, and everybody go see Swing Away. And we're with the master of the screens, Michael Nichols. Congratulations. It was a beautiful film, heartfelt. I cried a few scenes, especially when Yaya Papu.
Yeah.
Tell me about this film. When the script came to you, how did you feel? And tell me about how it was making it.
Well, when the script came to me, it was actually a boy. It was playing the role of the young golfer, and I just had a daughter, and she was at the screening tonight, actually. And one of the things that interested me was the idea of changing the genders, so that he would become a young girl, and what that would do to the story. And when we mentioned it to George, he was open to it, and it started to get people excited, and we started to rewrite the script in a series of rewrites, and then the script started to grow and started to change, and then, you know, as a director, you bring your own thing to it, your own feelings, and a lot of it came from I'm Greek American, proudly, and a lot of it.
We're proud that you're Greek American. We're very proud of you and the wonderful success you've had as a director.
But bringing my family, the feeling of family to it, the Babu and Yaya were important to me in the script and in the film to sort of capture that feeling of. And it's funny when I see the movie with an audience of Greek Americans or Greeks, and you can always hear with the grandparents, you can always sort of hear the feeling that people sort of laugh knowingly or sort of cry sometimes. That's nice. That's a great feeling. But making the movie was amazing. My friend of mine asked me tonight in the middle of the screening, he said, "Did you just love making this movie?" And I said, "It was the best experience I ever had as a filmmaker."
Is this the first time you've shot in Greece and worked with Greek?
Yeah.
Tell me about that experience. Tell me about working with the crews there.
Okay, I will be honest. I went there nervous. I didn't know, it was a dream of mine to shoot in Europe. And Greece in particular. I went to film school and I thought it would never happen. And so when George invited me to this project, it was literally a dream come true. So I was really excited, but also really nervous because I didn't want to be disappointed. And I didn't know anything about the culture of filming in Greece. I didn't know what the filmmakers would be like. And so I was hesitant. And but then once I got there and I started, basically the production company there, Stephanopoulos, and his company sort of took over, and the film started to get made, and I realized that everybody there was an incredible professional and an artisan, and they brought a passion to filmmaking that I was starting to lose. Because you make a lot of movies in America, and everybody's kind of doing it. You know, low-budget movies can get tiresome. People want to make more money on it, understandably. But you start to lose the passion behind it. Why we start to make movies, and the Greeks had that. And I found that even like the PAs were all.
But you have it too because you're Greek.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
We just have to get it out of here.
Yeah. So
get it back.
Yeah, and so I just found everybody on the crew to be, you know, passionate and wonderful. I really had a great experience.
Great professionals, they really are. Shout out to the Greek crews, production crews in Greece.
But I will say, I've been trying to get back there. You know, I've written another screenplay in order to go work in Greece again.
Tell me about your feelings while you were there as a Greek American. What did you feel from your home? I mean, tell me a little bit about your growing up Greek in America, and when you went back to Greece, what came out from some memories?
You mean while making the movie, or? Oh, okay. So growing up Greek American, you know, you're always aware that you're Greek American, and you know, when I was a kid, wear the T-shirt says, you know, Greek pride, and so, you know, it's part of your upbringing, it's part of your identity. And I think going there is the same as every time I've gone to Greece. My wife, when she went to Greece with me the first time, she said, "Oh, it's like you have a country full of brothers, uncles, and aunts and sisters. It's like everybody seems to embrace you." And I said, "That's the Greeks. That's what the Greeks are like."
And where is your family from?
My mother's side is from Lesbos, and my father's side is from Sparta. Yeah. Yes. And so I guess to answer your question about when I went there, it felt like I was home, and I was embraced. Yeah.
And how important is it for Greek Americans to embrace their culture?
It's very important.
Your opinion on that?
I think it goes without saying. You know, you need to embrace your culture.
So what's your message to the Greek Americans watching right now from your experience?
To stand firm in your identity as a Greek American, and to never hide from it or to put it out there proudly. Yeah.
What haven't you done yet that you would like to do?
Well, I'd like to make another movie in Greece. I mean, that's the truth. And I would like to make it about dancing, Greek dancing. So there wasn't enough Greek dancing in this film. It was part of the decision. We weren't going to do that. It was going to be more about the golf. So the next one, hopefully, make more about the Greek dancing.
More to,
make a musical.
More to come from Michael Nichols. Congratulations. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
This is the reason the film was so greatly produced in Greece. It's because of Tom Chiotis. Congratulations, Tom.
Thank you, Yanna.
You're a great producer. We know that you're an award-winning producer in Greece. Tom, tell me about working with this wonderful cast and crew and Mike Nichols.
Oh, first off, Mike is an amazing director. Amazing. He is one of the most centered, concentrated people, soft-spoken, knows exactly what he wants to do. It's just amazing. Every day on set with Michael was a pleasure. It was just great. Our cast, what can I say? Shannon, you saw her performance. She's great. John O'Hurley.
Funny, mean guy.
Oh, he's not. He's a funny, mean guy on camera.
On camera.
But he couldn't have been more of a sweetheart. Everyone loved hanging out with John. It was hard getting the crew away from John while we were filming, so we could actually film. It was we were having a lot of fun.
Greeks, come on.
The Greeks, Renos Haralambidis, Manos Gavras, two of the sweetest.
We love them. We love.
Oh my God, they are both so deeply invested in this movie. Their soul, their psyche. They've been working on this project for years. When I came on this project in 2012, they had already been on it. They were pushing to find backing. They were scrambling. They loved this, and I don't think we could have had a better cast. And the same for Olga Damani and Alexandros as well. They were amazing. Everyone loved Papu Yaya. I think
I cried in the scenes of Papu Yaya. They were so wonderful. Great actors, and I'm a fan of Greek. Greeks are actors and director of photography and directors in general. Congratulations, and you brought in the best. Tell me about the Greek crew.
I've always maintained Greek crews are amazing. Some of the best in the world. They have to work with so little sometimes, and they worked so hard for us. I mean, we are a low-budget indie movie, okay?
It didn't look like it.
Yeah, thanks. The crew was all in for us. They worked on it as if it was a Greek movie, and they worked on it as if it was their own personal project, like it was a bet for them that they wanted to come out to look great, and it looked amazing. Everyone on this movie was happy to be on the set in the morning and happy to come back to set the next morning. It was just great. It was the whole atmosphere was amazing. And let's not forget little Victoria, who was, yeah, she was just a sweetheart. What can you say? And you saw what
big star is coming.
Hopefully, yeah. I mean, she looks great and
can she play golf?
And she looks great. And
she looked like she did a great job.
She took golf lessons, so she did very well for the limited time that she had to practice. Victoria didn't play golf coming on board, and she was obviously chosen because she can act. And she had 6 months in order to learn, and she did a good job. She learned a lot.
What's next for Tom Chiotis?
I'm working on another movie with Michael Nichols called Holly's Star. I am one of the producers of an off-Broadway show called Puffs, which is a Harry Potter parody. Please come see it. And I am working on a couple of other film projects. I'm not at liberty to say. One, most probably with Michael Nichols again.
What I want to say is that you're a very successful producer, award-winning in Greece, and soon to be here for commercial productions, but you are also Queens boy.
I am from Astoria.
He's an Astoria boy, and I want you to tell all your friends that are watching right now that you grew up with, tell me what message do you have for them?
Oh, geez, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, we're all, visit Greece, but we're all at that age where I don't think we need messages anymore. We get it.
Just visit the homeland, guys.
Yes, please visit and support Greece. Greece needs us now more than ever. Absolutely.
Congratulations, Tom.
Thank you. Thank you.